For these next set, we have two-step equations. We've got to get rid of the 5 and we have to get rid of the 1. Making sure to do these in the correct order. We've got to go backwards from our order of operations. That means we need to subtract 1 on both sides. Get rid of that first. That leaves us with n over 5 is greater than -1. Get rid of the 5 by multiplying both sides by 5. And we end up with n. And -5 over here. We're going to keep the sign the same direction. Even though this is negative, it's the 5 that matters. So that stays as a greater than symbol. That means we've got an open circle here at -5. Our solutions are bigger than the -5, so we're going to shade over to the right-hand side this time. Next, we cannot get to the 10 up here in the numerator, so we need to eliminate that denominator first, because these in the numerator are grouped together. So to eliminate that 12, we are going to multiply both sides of the equation by 12. Multiply this by 12 and the other side. 12 divided by 12 is 1, so those eliminate each other. We end up with 10 plus m on the left-hand side, 12 on the right-hand side, and it stays greater than or equal to. Finish this out by subtracting 10 on both sides, and we end up with m is greater than or equal to 2. Alright, close circle here at 2, and we are going to shade over to the right-hand side, and that finishes this one up. For this one, we have to subtract 5 to get rid of that 5. That gets us -x left on the left-hand side. It's less than or equal to -23. To get rid of this negative, we are going to divide by -1. A negative divided by negative is positive, and dividing by 1 changes no values. So we end up with a positive x. Divide this side by a -1, which gives us positive 23. Now we just divided by a negative number, so we need to remember to switch that symbol. Now we have x is greater than or equal to 23, closed circle, because we're allowing it to be equal to 23, and greater than tells us that we want to shade to the right-hand side to get our bigger solutions. Here we're going to add 5. Add 5. We end up with 9, and then -2r. Divide this by -2. Divide this by -2, and we end up with -4.5 over here, so that's going to go in between some values. And then the sign flips because we just divided by a negative number, so we end up with less than or equal to and r on this right-hand side. So we're going to put a closed circle again because we're allowing it to be equal to -4.5. That's halfway in between -4 and -5, closed circle there. And this one is a little different because the variable is on the right-hand side, so we have to think, okay, here's our solutions. This symbol right here tells us that those r's are supposed to be the bigger numbers, so we want all of our r's to be bigger than the -4.5. That means that all the bigger numbers are going to be shaded in over here to the right-hand side, and that is our solution on this one. Thank you for watching, and good luck on the test.